Today's the first round that you can cut the tension with a knife. In the past we've had some really big upsets on the opening day, and it'll be interesting to see how our favourites fare today.
These are the rules of the Woofbledon Championships. We've got 2 tennis balls. Unfortunately in this case I've only got one because Bernard's stolen the other one. And we have 1 tennis racket. We're going to hit both of the tennis balls down to the end of the room, and the first dog who picks up their tennis ball and returns it back is the winner. And in the case that nobody picks up the tennis balls, the first one who gets to theirs and returns back is by default declared the winner of that round. Good luck to everyone.
First up, we have Wallace and Ebony. Ebony's currently ranked 3rd in the world and a very consistent player. Although she's not had the best of years, she always seems to show up at the big events. Wallace, on the other hand, has had a really strong year so far and is coming off a great clay court season. It'll be interesting to see how he fares on the firmer surface at the backyard. So let's cut to the match, and they're off. Wallace looks to secure his ball. Is he going to make a run for it? Ebony's now secured hers. Both of them seem to be looking at each other, waiting to make the move. We appear to have a bit of a standoff. Neither of them want to make the first move, a tactic we rarely see at the major championships, but nevertheless, if executed, it can be devastating. The idea is to lure the opponent into a false insecurity and then take up back to the line before they have a chance to react. Wallace has made his move, but without the ball. The question is, will Ebony react and take her ball back? It appears she doesn't want to. It appears she's just looking. She's been bamboozled. A tactic we rarely see by Wallace, but it appears to be executed well. Here's the replay. As you can see, Wallace bamboozled Ebony and left her wondering what was happening. A great tactic and well played. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to replicate this in the later rounds. Next up, we have Dot versus Afton. Afton's played some great paw tennis this year and is definitely one who I believe will be a future champion. Dot, the little pocket rocket, is one of those players who just shows up at the big tournaments, and she's definitely a dark horse pick. And they're off. Dot swiftly moves around Afton and looks to secure both balls. She's not left Afton have a chance. Afton's looking a little bit puzzled. Dot's trying to get both balls and comes running back with one of the balls back to the finish line, and she secures a place in the next round. Afton tied himself out showboating before the round started, and he's definitely going to regret this one. Dot didn't really give Afton a chance. She's come in hot this year. I think a lot of players will be taking note of this in the dressing room. Looking at the bracket, this means in the semis, Dot will face Wallace, a mouth-watering clash. Next up, we have Tori versus Bodie. Tori's a seasoned veteran, so this shouldn't be an issue for her, and being this year's favourite, you'd expect her to move on to the next round with ease. Bodie's the underdog on this one, but has nothing to lose, and that's often the time when players are at their most dangerous. And they're off. Bodie makes a cracking start, she really has no fear. Tori looks a little puzzled, which is out of character for her. Bodie goes to the far end of the room and secures his ball. Tori makes her way back. Is she copying the same tactics as Wallace in the first round? Bodie makes his move and comes hurtling back. It's our first upset of the tournament. Bodie progresses to the semi-finals. He must be on cloud 9 now, and whatever happens from here, he's changed his life. Next up, it's the final round. It's Bernard versus Freddie. Bernard is the player nobody wants to face due to his power play, and Freddie's really going to have to dig deep in this one to stand a chance. I don't know about you, but the prospect of walking out on centre court against Bernard leaves me shaking in my boots. And they're off. Bernard straight off to the line and left Freddie in the gates. Definitely looks to have intimidated Freddie at this initial stage, and he looks to secure both balls. A power play we saw from Dot in the previous round, and he's definitely looking to show his dominance in this tournament so early on. Freddie really doesn't look to be interested in competing today, and I for one don't blame him. Freddie secures his ball and he even has time to give the camera a smile, a sign of a happy player beaming with confidence. If I was a betting man, I'd be backing Bernard now, although I have a feeling the bookies will be slashing the odds. Connor, Freddie's coach, must be a little upset with Freddie's performance, but I think they can go back home with their heads held high. It's a real achievement to get this far. Well done to everyone who competed today. Here's the bracket for the semi-finals. Wallace will take on Dot and Bernard will be playing Bodie. Most of the players will now be heading back to their hotels to rest up, but don't be surprised to see Bodie partying it up tonight after his big upset win.